The Disney live action remakes. They're not going away. They're not going away anytime soon. I'm starting to accept that. They've been very hit and miss with me. Most recently, Little Mermaid was a little bit of a miss with me, to a lot of people's disappointment. But as long as we keep paying to see these movies, they're going to keep making them. And they've proven their point once again, because we are getting, believe it or not, a Bambi, of all of them, a Bambi live action remake. That's right, guys. They came back. They came back for Mufasa. They're coming back for Bambi's mama. They are killing that deer once again. Here's what the folks over at Deadline had to say about this. After winning the Best Adapted Screenplay Oscar for Women Talking, Sarah Polley is on to the most epic undertaking of her filmmaking career thus far, as Deadline understands that the filmmaker is in talks to helm a live-action take on Bambi in very early development at Disney. Multiple sources tell Deadline that the project is a musical to feature music from six-time Grammy-winning country star. I know that already lost a couple of you guys. Grammy-winning country star Casey Musgraves, Micah Fitzgerald Blue, and Noah Harpster. I haven't heard of any of these guys. I'm not a big country music fan, so there you go. They wrote the most recent draft of the script, and Chris and Paul Wentz, the Depth of Field, will produce, and that comes to us from Deadline. So, Bambi is coming once again to the big screen. Music. I don't remember. Was the original Bambi a musical? Here's the thing about Bambi being made live action. Like, I have my gripes. I have my hang-ups with the Disney live action remakes. I think they just copy and paste and do the same thing. I think really the only enjoyment there is in a Disney live action remake is to point at the screen and go, I remember that when it was animated and now it's live action. I remember that scene from the original movie, but now it's live action. I don't feel like they do that much to add anything new to the stuff, mostly. Where there is an exception with that is with Jungle Book. Jungle Book, to this date, is one of my favorite Disney live-action remakes because the original Jungle Book, I'm just going to say it, kind of boring. Not the biggest fan of it. I understand it's an animation classic for a lot of reasons, but a lot of it's just kind of going through the jungle, meeting different animals. It's not the most fascinating movie to watch, especially as an adult. But I thought the Jungle Book movie that they did, the live-action one, translated that in a new and fresh way for the big screen with the animation and the technology that they had available. I kind of feel the same initially about this Bambi live action remake. Now, the original Bambi film, I kind of feel the same way about Jungle Book. I think it's boring. The last time I watched Bambi, I think, was 2020. Yeah, it was during the pandemic. When the pandemic first hit and I was locked at home, I watched Bambi. And I was bored out of my skull. Yes, the animation is gorgeous, but the story, not really there. It's kind of the same as Jungle Book. A lot of long transitional sequence shots of the nature of animals and the scenery. And yeah, it's gorgeous animation to look at, hand drawn. But it's not the most entertaining movie to me. So if they were to take Bambi and translate it into a live action version like they did with the Jungle Book, I could actually see some improvements that they could do to Bambi. They could tell a brand new story with Bambi. The animation, the technology we've seen from The Lion King has definitely advanced to a point that you could make this look like a nature documentary. It could be so engaging if they did it right. Because if we're going to get these emotionless animals like we did in Lion King once again with Bambi, and if they do the exact same kind of structure as Bambi in the animated one, and it's just going to be boring, it's going to be like watching one of their nature documentaries like Bears or whatever the heck they put out from Disney, then I don't want it. I don't want it. But the fact that they say they're going to make this a musical, it's going to be country music inspired, kind of tells me they're going away and making this their own, which does not excite me, but gets me a little bit more curious than I would initially be with a Bambi live action remake. But that's all my thoughts on this, guys. What do you guys think of this? Are you guys looking forward to a Bambi live action remake, or could you care less about this? Comment down below. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions about this, guys. And without further ado, let's go back and see what you guys are saying about this.